A defiant Frank Stronach arrived for the interview today, insisting he had nothing to fear, nothing to hide.
You ready?
I'm always ready.
One of the biggest issues you now are facing are very serious legal charges that have been leveled against you.
Yes.
By 10 women, 13 charges, and you know the list: attempted rape, sexual assault, forcible confinement. These are very, very serious charges. You will be 92 next month. How do you respond to these charges?
Well, first of all, that's in front of a court. We have a lot of data which totally, will prove that those things are lies. But I feel sorry for the woman which makes those charges.
One of those women is now 65. We've agreed to conceal her identity for this interview because she hasn't shared her story with friends and colleagues. She says in 1980, Stronach bought her champagne in a bar, and she woke up later with him in an apartment.
I was lying on my back. I could see him lying on top of me. It was rape. It happened. It was happening to me. I saw it happening.
The woman we're calling Lee provided these photos. She was 20 years old at the time of the incident, a horse groomer for Stronach at one of his stables.
He took away my fire. I had let it fester for a really long time.
It took Lee 35 years, but in 2015 she filed a complaint with the Toronto Police Service and recorded an interview with 2 officers.
I never heard another word back from the police. Not a phone call, not an email, nothing.
But this spring, police in Peel Region, west of Toronto, did contact her. She's now one of the 10 complainants in the criminal case against Stronach.
You're not a free person unless you're economically free.
During the interview, Stronach went to lengths to talk about his philanthropy, his business accomplishments, and the sad state of Canada's economy, suggesting it could be a factor in the criminal case against him.
Women might say, look, maybe I could collect some money this way or that way, okay? It's poverty, it's poverty what the problem is.
Do you think that for some of these women that is their goal, to get money from you?
There's no question, it's quite clear. It's quite clear.
We've held it in for so long. I didn't even realize how many women this might have even happened to.
Mark, I'm curious, why is Frank Stronach talking now?
That's a big question. Frank Stronach feels his reputation, his legacy right now are under fire in the court of public opinion. And he says he, like all Canadians facing charges, he deserves the presumption of innocence until he faces those charges in court.
And so what is the status of those charges?
Well, he has a new lawyer who he's just hired recently who sat in on the interview today. She says one of the first things that she wants to do is get some of the older charges against him, like Lee's that we saw in this case that dates back to 1980, thrown out. Now, it's not certain when this trial will begin, but one thing that is certain is that Frank Stronach will be pleading not guilty to all those charges.
Mark Kelly, thank you for doing this.
Thank you.